and welcome to our viewers in Kenya and around the world on www.ktnkenya.tv. This is KTN Weekend Prime, the online edition. Thank you so much for joining us wherever you are watching us from. My name is Yvonne Okwara Matole. Let's get straight into the headlines today. Now, it took police hours to contain angry students from Moi University in Eldoret who were protesting the murder of a third-year student at the campus. The female student, reported to have been pursuing an education degree, was found raped and murdered, spurring violent protests Sunday morning. Sharon Momanyi has the details.
In hundreds, the students took to the streets, protesting the murder of their fellow student raped and killed Saturday night. They decried what they termed as growing insecurity in Eldoret. And when the police went to collect the body dumped near one of the institution's hostels, the protesting students pelted them with stones, trying to stop them from collecting the body that had been discovered by churchgoers.
The lady who has lost her life was a third-year student from the School of Education, and we don't want to assume that she lost her life because she was wrong, for the simplest reason that there is no security in this school.
Overwhelmed by the angry students, the police officers were forced to abandon their vehicle and run for safety. The students burnt their vehicle, forcing the anti-riot police to take charge of the situation.
Accommodation is what is causing this. There are comrades who are very innocent. They're going to sleep away around 4 kilometers from the school where there is no security.
According to the victim's friends, the third-year student had spent the better part of Saturday night at the school library. While investigations into the student's murder begin, police are yet to name any suspects and motive to her killing. Sharon Momanyi, KTN.
Now, the man named by British prosecutors as the middleman in the scandal that has come to be known as Chickengate will be grilled by anti-corruption detectives on Monday. Trevi Oyombra will face detectives at the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission to shed more light into whether Kenyan electoral officials received bribes from a UK-based firm while procuring electoral material. Even though IEBC chairperson Isaac Hassan and Energy Cabinet Secretary Davis Chirchir were grilled over the allegations, opposition leaders insist that those named in the scandal must step aside as investigations continue. A UK court jailed 2 British businessmen after finding them guilty of bribing electoral officials in Kenya, Mauritius, Ghana, and Somaliland. Now, where in the world would Muslim leaders attend an SDA church service? Well, wonder no more, because in Mombasa, Muslim clerics joined leaders of the Seventh-day Adventist Church to spread one message to their congregations, that of peace. KTN's John Juma reports.
It was a rare occasion as a section of Muslim leaders gathered at Tudor Cliff Seventh-day Adventist Church, not only to fellowship with Adventists and be preached to, but to also teach the importance of peace, love and good neighborhood as stipulated both in the Holy Bible and Holy Quran.
We will remain Muslims, and you will remain Christians, and the atheists will also remain atheists. I don't think it is a big barrier that we cannot live together regardless of those differences.
Mbona tuwazozana? Muislamu anazozana na Mkristo, Mkristo anazozana na Muislamu, Mkristo anazozana na Mkristo, Muislamu anazozana na Muislamu.
For the past 1 week, a team from the SDA Church, together with a group of Muslim clerics, have been conducting public religious teachings to the gathering at Tudor Cliff grounds with the clarion call, Common Word for Peace.
Ikiwa watu wanatakana kueneza amani, wenye dini basi ungekuwa mstari wa mbele. Na ndio maana wakaamua kuja pamoja ili kwamba waunde kikundi kinachoitwa Common Word for Peace.
There has been a lot of turmoil, misunderstanding, the so-called stereotype, and all the bad definitions that would befall a society like ours.
As they call for other religions to follow suit, the common word for peace team is heading to Malindi before traversing the entire country.
Malindi kule kwa sababu ya mizozano ya kidini kumepigwa marufuku hata ya mijadala ya dini, na ninatuma mabwana hao waende wakaeke mkutano wa amani ili maosiesi kule na county commissioner pamoja na governor kama anasikia habari hii aweze kufungulia watu wa Mungu waweze kupata faraja la neno la amani katika mioyo yao.
John Juma, KTN, Mombasa.
A 15-year-old Kenyan girl may just be the next entrant into the Guinness Book of World Records. Her record? Having the longest appendix ever recorded in the world. The Form 2 student was undergoing surgery at Medihill Hospital in Nakuru following a short illness when doctors noted that the appendix removed was much longer compared to the 26.3 centimeter limit so far recorded.
In bed at Medihill Hospital in Nakuru County, recovering from surgery.
You're okay?
Her mother, Lucy Kinywa, says Njeri suffered abdominal complications for 8 months without proper medication.
Alikuwa anaendelea kutabika. Then they decided kuchukua scan ya tumbo. Sasa wakasema there should be a problem with the appendix.
And so the doctors embarked on a surgical procedure to remove Njeri's appendix. Shortly though, the results shocked them. Her appendix was longer than normal.
We have removed an appendix which is 27 centimeters long, and it is, in our opinion, the longest ever reported in medical literature and in world anywhere. This girl must have had a very lengthy appendix, and with inflammation setting in, it has grown further.
This is the appendix that Dr. Navin Raina, head of general laparoscopic surgery, removed. He knew its length was longer than the usual, but after a quick search on the web.
And Guinness Book records the longest removed appendix at 26.3 centimeters. So this appendix is 0.7 centimeters longer. So I was myself surprised. I've never seen such a long appendix in my lifetime.
He says this particular appendectomy surgery took 15 minutes longer than normal. The length of a normal appendix ranges from 4 to 7 centimeters.
Guy, nimeshukuru Mungu kwa sababu ilikuwa it's the longest. Sasa pengine ingekuwa na mashida zingine. Guy, it's God anyway.
Doctors here say they will submit the report to Guinness World Book of Records. And even though Njeri is too weak to tell of her joy, she hopes that what started as a stubborn ailment will maybe earn her a global nod. Kamche Menza for KTN from Nakuru County.
You're watching KTN Weekend Prime, the online audition on ktnkenya.tv. Let's get into the sports updates now. The annual Kenya Basketball Federation preseason tournament entered day 2 at the Nyayo Gymnasium today, with a host of teams recording different results. The 2013 KBF Premier League champions Cooperative Bank emerged victors over Strathmore University, while in the ladies' tie, Equity defeated KCA University to proceed to the next round of the tournament.
With the new basketball league season weeks away, teams took to Nyayo Gymnasium to gauge their preparedness ahead of the new season. 2013 KBF champions Cooperative Bank took on fierce rival Strathmore University in a match that saw the Bankers emerge 32-27 victors over the university side in a grueling encounter. In another encounter, Equity Bank faced KCA University with the intentions of bagging the day's bragging rights. Despite KCA taking off on a bright note, Equity showcased their prowess as they won the tie 35-29. After a disastrous season in 2014, Cooperative Bank hoped their side would be stellar this season in a bid to avoid last season's poor show.
Want to see if our systems are working, because we're trying to put in some new systems, new things. We just see how they are working, where their failures are, so that we can correct them as we go along.
We want to gauge the new members to see the compatibility, to see if we can work with each other, the plays and everything else. We're just putting in practice, so whatever we did in practice, we have to see if it works in the game.
The Bankers have signed players they feel will enable them capture the title this new season.
We'll simply give our best like we always do. At the end of the day, we also want to win like any other team. We believe that we'll have the best in the time when we get there, when the time reaches.
This season we have better players, better skilled players. We have mentally prepared people. So 2015, I believe it's the year for us.
The 2015 season is set to begin in March with a host of teams expected to challenge for the top gong. Robinson Okenye, KTN Sports.
From basketball, let's move on to football. Sofapaka and Bandari joined the league pace setters Gor Mahia on 3 points after the first round of Tusker Premier League matches with wins today. Batoto Bamungu were behind as early as the opening minute of the match, with Everest Mutuyimana fumbling with Moses Arita's feeble shot. John Baraza equalized for Sofapaka in the 58th minute, and Collins Shivachi wrapped up the proceedings for the Batoto Bamungu side in the 76th minute. Away in Mombasa County, new signing David Kingatua helped Bandari beat visiting Muhoroni Youth 3-1 in the Kenyan Premier League clash played at the Mbaraki Sports Club. AFC Leopards, meanwhile, were held to a barren draw by Chemelil Sugar away. Tottenham Hotspurs survived an early scare against West Ham as the two sides shared the spoils. West Ham took the lead 2-0 through goals from Diafra Sako and Cheku Kuyate with just 9 minutes left to play. Danny Rose's miss-hit long-range shot set up the comeback before Kane, who was felled by Alex Song, pounced to score his 24th goal of the season. Harry Kane won a penalty and scored with the last kick of the game to earn Tottenham a draw. And those are the top stories this Saturday evening. We thank you so much for joining us on KTN Weekend Prime. This is the online edition. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to keep it ktnkenya.tv for updates of the top stories throughout the day. From wherever you're watching us from, good night, good morning, good afternoon. My name is Yvonne Okwara.